Most devs never finish a game, but one of my students finished 3 games in just 27 days. And here's how you can finish your first game in just 7 days. So here's a conversation between 2 of my students in my private group. One of them started from zero with no experience and has published 3 games in 27 days, publishing their first game in just 7. They did this by following my frameworks, my systems, and my roadmap that I developed over the years, teaching myself software engineering, being a professional software engineer, and learning game dev throughout the last few years. Now I'm applying these systems, these same structures, these same frameworks to game development to help you along your journey. Trust me, I've followed the tutorials, I've bought the courses, I've followed the YouTube guru advice, but none of it seemed to work or to stick or to keep me on track. So what are some of the structures that they follow? One is my roadmap. It takes you from day 1 all the way for 12 months, showing you exactly what to do step by step, guiding you along the way, showing you how to develop your first game in 7 days, and by the end of it, publishing 8 games total. The roadmap takes you starting with tutorials, getting you used to using engines, getting you used to publishing games, and then on to developing your own games along the way. Starting small, 1 month game at a time, then expanding to 3 months, then expanding to 6 months. Over this time period, over these next 12 months, you would learn how to develop and publish games from start to finish, getting you ready for your major release or your Steam release. Another system is my Indie Dev Ladder. This keeps you out of tutorial hell and teaches you how to go from zero experience to building full projects by following tutorials and by developing your own skills along the journey. To briefly go over this ladder, the first one is routine. You need to establish a structured routine throughout your daily life. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be complex, but you need to have at least 1 hour of game dev dedicated to it every single day. If that means taking away playing games or scrolling on social media or binge watching Netflix, that's what you have to do, but you need to have a structured routine every single day built into your daily schedule. The second step on the ladder is to copy. It's to copy tutorials, it's to start with tutorials, just a few, and start copying and replicating what other people are doing. Now you don't want to get stuck in tutorial hell doing this, so what you do is you only copy a few tutorials and then you branch out and start building your own project. When you are copying, you're not trying to understand every little detail that is going on inside the tutorial, you're just trying to understand the basic process of creating a project, adding things to the project, some implementation, some code, how the engine works, and possibly publishing if that tutorial shows you how to publish. On the next step, you take what you learned from copying and you build, right? We don't completely go away from tutorials, we build from there. We say, I'm not going to follow a tutorial from scratch or from to the T, but I'm going to start my own project, and if I have to reference tutorials for how to build out a UI system or how to create a character controller or how to do some triggers or some functionality or some enemy AI, then I can reference tutorials, but I'm not going to rely on it. And this is how we make sure we break out of tutorial hell and we start implementing and building our own projects. The next step is proof. You need to get your games out there for other people to test and play. They don't have to be big hits, they don't have to be blockbusters, they don't have to be Steam releases. Upload it on free sites like itch.io. Why? Because you get a lot of information, you learn a lot when you get player feedback. You don't have to put it out to the public. Your player feedback could be as simple as sending it out to your friends and family and getting their feedback, getting someone else's eyes and perspective on your game and telling you what worked and what didn't work. If it was actually fun. We learn the most when someone else is playing, someone else who is not in development of the game, playing our game and giving us direct feedback on what worked and what didn't work. You need player feedback to truly understand what systems work and was your game actually fun to play. And the last step on the ladder is repeat. You don't have to go all the way back to the beginning, but you have to go back to at least build. We need to keep building projects, keep building our momentum, keep building our skills, sending it out to other players for feedback, getting more feedback, and repeating this process. This is how you become a good developer, whether it's game development, software development, web development, it doesn't matter. This is how you become a good developer overall. You need to build projects, you need to get it out to the customer, get it out to the user, get the feedback, reiterate, and keep repeating and keep building. So that's just a brief overview of my game dev ladder. If you're looking to improve your skills and become the best game developer that you can, then you should check out my private group, 10th Legion Games. You can start today for free and publish your first game in 7 days. And I'm not saying this is the best system out there or this is the only system out there, but this system took me from zero coding experience to a professional software engineer, and now I'm providing my systems, my frameworks, my roadmaps to you to help you along your game dev journey. There's a link in the description below. If you want more details on what the roadmap is, you can check out this video here. I'll see you next time. Thanks.